Hi, it's Harry back for part two with Lee from No Smoke for the England. Did that the first time, doing it again. And we're talking about the forwards. This is where we really want to lavish on the superlatives because we're picking out the squad, but I think we know who the players are going to be. I think we're safe to say we'll probably be in agreement come the end of this because we've got the likes of Foden, the likes of Saka, the likes of Bellingham. This is where we're strong, isn't it, Lee?
It's where we're stronger than anyone. I can't wait for this tournament. I cannot wait for it. I've never been so excited for the tournament that England are in. I'm actually heading out there for one of the games. I'm heading out there for the Denmark game. So I'll be out there 4 weeks today. I'm flying out there for it. But the forward line. There's no one with a better forward line at all. You look at the players we've got, not just the players we've got, the depth we've got in those positions. I don't think other than France having Mbappe, I don't think you'd trade any of our players for anyone else's in that position. So yeah, I'm excited about our attacking threat for sure.
And the only real dilemma with it is who you play in that cam role, Foden or Bellingham. Do you have a preference? Foden's been on absolute fire, but Bellingham's probably had the consistency throughout the season long term. Not that Foden hasn't, he's player of the season, but who would you opt for?
It has to be Foden. Foden needs to play in a central role. He needs to play in that role beyond the striker where he's free to roam, can pick up the ball, drive to the edge of the box, either spread it out, have a shot. He's so clever in that area. I think you can drop Bellingham in behind Rice, next to Rice, because I think Rice is such a good defensive midfielder. He can allow Bellingham to push up the pitch and get forward anyway. So you'd almost at some points have two players in beyond the striker. And I just don't see who else plays alongside Declan Rice. It'd probably be Conor Gallagher or Mainu, or I don't know. That's another tricky position. We've got a few of them from defence to the back. We've got a few positions there, but I think I would play. I just want to see Foden through the middle. I think he gets lost on the wing. I don't think he's ever looked great for England on the wing. So I think for me, I'd have Bellingham alongside Rice, allowing Bellingham to still push forward. I'd have Foden in behind Kane, and then I'd have Saka on the right, and then I don't know, the left midfield spots, or attacking midfielders up for grabs. Really, I mean, you still got the likes of Conor Gallagher, not Conor Gallagher.
Gordon.
Connor,
Palmer.
Chelsea. Palmer at Chelsea. You've got Grealish. Madison is another one. We are blessed with attacking midfielders. Absolutely, Eze's another one who no one really saw getting the call up, but he's in that preliminary squad. So yeah, we're not short of options in that department.
We have a dilemma, Lee, with when we come to doing the squad on the 11, and that dilemma, I'm afraid to say, is we've got Trent next to Rice in the team that we picked in the first half of the team, the defence and the central midfielders. And I know my friend who's also with Monday Sportive, Toby, he wanted Bellingham to play in that deeper role. So you weren't alone, but he wasn't on the call. So with that in mind, would you potentially play Bellingham out on the left like he has done for Real?
It depends how Gareth Southgate lines us up, though. Regardless of what I want it to be, I think it will be Bellingham in that cam role, and I think he will play Foden on the left, Saka on the right, and Kane up the top. I think that's what he'd do. Whether he plays Trent, Trent was another one I could see playing in that role next to Rice, possibly. I think Gallagher will probably get the nod in midfield next to him.
I made a case for Gallagher earlier. I made a case for Gallagher earlier. What do you think of him as a player in terms of?
I think it'll be Gallagher.
I definitely think he's an option there.
He's a good player, and he's had a fairly good season at Chelsea. In what, for most part of it's been a very poor Chelsea side, but I don't know. I don't want to see us play safe. I think we're too good, too much attack and flair. We don't need to play safe. Declan Rice is good enough to do that role in front of the defence on his own. He doesn't need anyone else that's going to clear it up. I would drop Bellingham deeper and then allow him to push forward. But yeah, I don't think that's going to be the case. And I think it'll be Foden on the left and Bellingham through the middle behind Kane.
Do you think he's maybe made a mistake by not trying out more of these attacking options in the qualifiers and in the friendlies?
He's made many mistakes, Harry. He just doesn't have... Gareth Southgate plays things, like I said, he plays things too safe. If you see us come up against someone like France in the tournament, I think, is it the semis that we were due to meet them on the way or something like that, if results go how we expect them to. He won't go for it. You saw it against... You see it whenever we play a big team under his management. France in the last World Cup, we were by far the better team. Italy in the last Euros in the final, like he can't. He plays too safe and he won't go for games and he won't try and kill games off. And we've got the players to do it. We have. Make no mistakes, we've got the best squad in this Euros by a country mile. Like the only squad that comes close to ours, and I'm talking squad, not just the 11 squad depth. The only one that comes anywhere near us is France. Everyone talks about our golden generation of players when we had your Lampards, Beckhams, Owens, Gerrards. The trouble is when we were playing back then, all the other teams in Europe and across the world, they had brilliant sides as well. It's not so much the case anymore. You don't look at any of those European teams and fear them too much. So, yeah, France are always going to be a worry, but we should have more than enough in our locker to beat anyone at the Euros this summer.
And with that comes the big question, and the big dilemma is another dilemma. Which is the Harry Kane dilemma, which is, will he go a season in which he's joined Bayern and joined the German champions? I hope he doesn't. It's the only thing that will actually make me come to terms with a deep depression and deep despair at us losing the Euros if that were to happen. Is the funniness that Kane misses out on another trophy, but that's another story. But do you think he'll finally end that curse and get a trophy in his career? Because he's such a good player. He's had such an amazing season, and he does deserve it as much as it's, okay, he's Tottenham and it's a bit funny, but he really does deserve it.
I mean, he's finished third in a 2-horse race again at Bayern Munich. I don't know how on earth that's managed to happen again, but he's so unlucky. He's so unlucky, but I don't know, with these kind of things, maybe you have all that bad luck and it's building up to something even bigger. And I believe he's going to be lifting. I think he's going to be lifting that European Championship for England in a couple of months' time. Yeah, we're going to do it. He's going to lift that trophy, and he will get the winner against Spain.
We're going to do it. We're going to fucking do it. We're going to do it.
We are going to do it. We are. We're going to do it. We are going to do
That's
it.
what I want to hear. We don't need. That's a wrap. That's a wrap. We're done. We're doing it. It's coming home, and it's going to be the best summer ever, and it's going to be amazing. Brilliant. Thanks, 100%. Lee.